Okay, so I've, had my akashic records read for the first time like a week ago. Um, and I don't know, two people in my life, I guess, have been researching ancestry, and then another one, oh my God, genealogy. Um, and yeah, so it made me think about what I said the other day about we all have this love and light. Um, so, okay, I'll start with the Akashic record thing, and I think there's more in there. They say it's very personal, like you can only check your own and you have to ask for permission. I am of the belief that they know who I am, that I'm going to share things, so I don't think there's a problem if I share whatever I want because they gave me the knowledge. So I'm pretty new at this. I have a lot to explore and discover and learn. So this is what she said about like where my soul has been, or my ancestors, whatever, like in past lives, which would be present lives in different timelines because all time is now. But she said, okay, I have a connection to Zeus, which in my mind could mean anything. Like, was I his maid? I don't know. And then he mentioned I have a connection to Isis, Osiris, and the Sisters of Egypt. And then she mentioned Isis again and said I have a connection to Egypt. So I don't know if that meant that in another life I'm Isis. I'm not sure. She also mentioned I've been to Croatia, Italy, Egypt, ancient Greece. I find that interesting because as a kid in school, like I was always super interested in learning about like the Greek gods and Egypt. Like those were my two things that just really excited me. I also really like when I've always wanted to go to Europe, and it's like, okay, well, if I had to choose one place, where would I choose? And well, Italy has always been like, okay, well, Italy, that would be like the place I would go to if I could only go to one place. So I find that interesting. It's like my soul is drawn to those places, you know what I mean? And that's another key of like kind of following like what you're attracted to, you know, like your soul knows. Which I find interesting because, you know, like with that ENFP where I had that feeling of turn around right now, and then I had that past life regression where he was my husband. It's like, okay, so in another, like when we were married in another life, or I knew his soul in another life, like was he bad news? And so my soul recognized him as bad news. I don't know, but the tarot that's popped up in my feed lately has been like, your ancestors are so proud of you. You broke this cycle and you cleared the karmic debt and all this crap. And it's like, before they said that, I already felt that. And that was also one of my goals, was to clear karmic debt for everyone else. I don't know. I just felt that if I did a good job in this life, that it would affect the other lives of that my soul shares. So it's interesting that I like kind of had that wisdom and then had the confirmation. So this is part of like trusting your intuition and inner wisdom. Like sometimes we just kind of feel things and like we know them, even though like there's no way of knowing, but you just know it. Like trust in that, because we all have that ability to like have that inner wisdom and trust, and like, and being in touch with your heart is part of that wisdom and knowledge. So yeah, that reading was really awesome. And then she talked about soulmate coming in my life, whatever. And then I'm not going to get into that. And then repeating things like, I mean, they also said source or spirit supports you moving on to a different job, or I forgot how they said it, but and that got confirmed as well in my shrooms experience. So I was like, okay, trust in the process, trust in universe. Quit my job, I'm okay. Like, I'm gonna focus on myself, do what makes me happy. Like, I've been working so hard, like, on myself for fucking decades. Like, life has been fucking hard, and it's like, okay, now I get to relax and trust in the universe. The universe is gonna, I don't know, a new opportunity is gonna come to me or something, I don't know, but I'm gonna be okay. And so whenever I have a fear pop up or a what if, I'm like, you know, like, journal about it and trust, and just trust in the process and all that. And then it's like, okay, I'm okay. Or like, go out to the nature for like 10 minutes. That really grounds me, getting grounded in your heart. Okay, so what I found interesting, I told my friend about, you know, the visions I saw with the ENTP being a gray python, and then the ENFP being, I think I told you guys that I saw him as a snake, but it was like a snake lizard, and he wasn't like slither like a snake, he was like standing on his tail or whatever. And so my friend was like she studied a lot about a lot of stuff, and she's like, oh, that sounds like a dragon. I was like, oh my god, that makes sense. So that does make sense. And she was also talking about like different ancestry, like Draco. Some of the Draco line are like kind of evil. Not all of them, she said, but some of them are. And she knew the ENTP as well before she got rid of him. But we were both in agreement, like, I think he might have like reptilian like DNA or ancestry or something. It just makes sense, because I feel like my nature, like, I have a really good pure nature. Like, I've always felt that about myself, I've known that about myself. But I feel like the ENTP's nature isn't good, and I kind of feel like, you know, maybe he was trying to be good, but his nature is, you know, it's hard to fight your nature, right? Like if you are a snake, how are you gonna become an angel when you're not an angel, you're a snake? Just go with it. Like, in my shrooms experiences, I'm an angel. Like, I've seen that 3 times, and then I had more confirmation with the akashic record. She said, oh, you're an earth angel. And then with my last other psychedelic experience, confirmed as well, you're an earth angel. And I've already kind of felt that about myself. It's in my nature, and it's not like I'm not arrogant about it. It's just, that's what it is, that's who I am. And it's hard, trust me, it is hard being in this world, having a good heart and good intentions, and then feeling like so many people don't. It's hard. God damn it, I don't really want to cry right now. But so yeah, I really want to explore that. This other woman that I just met a few days ago, she said that she also, in her akashic records, said that she has a connection to Zeus to Zeus as well, and also Jesus Christ. And then my other friend said she has a line to Jesus Christ. And this other woman said that in the United States, there's a lot of ancestor Jesus Christ people here or something. And then she mentioned, I don't think she said portal. Maybe she said parallel 33, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna learn a lot about a lot, because I'm really curious, and I definitely want to travel for sure. Who is it? Robert Edward Grant. He was the first guy that I got my toes wet into learning about. We're in a simulation. He's really interesting to listen to, but he went to Egypt a few times and had some experiences inside the pyramid. If you get a chance to listen to him, like, he's nice to listen to. But anyway, yeah, if anyone has any sources, websites, whatever you'd like to share with me about any of this stuff, like, I'm super curious and interested. But I don't know, I feel like Rose Burnett, you know, she said what she heard from my ancestors is I'm here to, you know, help others and serve others and all this stuff, which I've already known that at a young age. I already knew that. I think all Templars probably feel that. But yeah, I think now it's a matter of figuring out exactly how I want to do that. Like, I definitely want to help other people, like, become the best selves they can be if they want to, because I don't know, that's the path I've done, so I feel like I can share what I've done with people. I feel like that's really important, because I really do want us to all live in a really, like, wonderful place, because this place has a lot of not wonderful things about it, as you all probably have noticed. But yeah, I don't know, it just I just want to, like, help people. I do. I guess that's it for now.